Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts and Patreon family.
Hello there, Patreon family.
Everybody, we want to thank you as always for your support, and we couldn't do it without you guys. Again, there are different tiers available, and each one has distinct benefits. Evolutionary Patreon and Archangel Patreon level does include monthly sessions with us to rebalance chakras, get through any blockages, and get you balanced energetically.
Yes, if you sign up for those that have sessions with us, be sure to reach out to us on Patreon or email.
Yes. So, Hanuman. Want to talk about Hanuman. It's been a while since we did a mantra video, but also just get across the importance of who this is. And we've been doing some probing, getting more information about the dark matrix, about the archons, and these other forces, and during meditation and mantras, Cindy's channeling. And then what came through after talking about some very dark archonic forces is Hanuman. And, you know, who is Hanuman? Again, the darkness has created well, it's literally created beings on more than one level through genetic manipulation, through incantations, through black magic, or what we call black magic, dark magic. And, you know, the light has its way of counteracting things and kind of maintaining balance. Think again, in Taoist philosophy, is always about balance. It's about balance and harmony, and, you know, maintaining a sort of equilibrium where we can have this experience and learn and grow from it, albeit it is a temporary experience, and yet not be overtaken by the darkness. Yet the darkness is that can bring about some of the greatest learning. So, you know, this is part of the realization. I think one thing that's kind of fun and fascinating is you'll find throughout not just India, but all of Southeast Asia as well, various footprints. Now this one happens to look like there was a shoe attached, if it is a footprint, that are attributed to Hanuman. And Hanuman is kind of a monkey man god, demigod being. And Hanuman is a very protective energy. You call on Ganesh to remove obstacles. You call on Lakshmi for many things, but, you know, abundance. Hanuman is protection. And Hanuman is devotion and strength and fortitude. Again, all over India and Southeast Asia, you'll find footprints attributed to Hanuman. Now, whether these are Hanuman's footprints or the footprints of other beings, sometimes some scaly reptilian beings, you'll find footprints of humans or giant humans, and you'll find footprints that look as if they were left by a T-Rex or a velociraptor. Oh, our history is much more exciting than most people would realize. When you look to Hanuman, here he is lifting a mountain. A mountain. Yes, you know, the legends about him are pretty interesting, pretty exciting. And you have a being that can change his size at will. Can be a normal, you know, large human size, and then can go to be a giant, big enough to lift a mountain and move it. Literally. The other thing too is he could actually fly, you know, from basically propelling himself because of his great strength. It is said that he is devoted to Rama, and Rama is thought to be an incarnation of Vishnu. So, you know, he is basically dedicated to supporting the natural matrix, and he does protect those beings in the natural matrix that are all about supporting the original intent of this creation. There are many Hanuman mantras, and yes, absolutely, first and foremost, protective in nature, but also can strengthen us. And here he is with Rama and Lakshman on his shoulders, taking them around, literally fighting demons all the time. You know, in some ways, when we look to Hanuman, we can see like a Bigfoot type of creature, Bigfoot type of being. And there were many Bigfoot type of beings, very, very real, still real to this day. They typically are able to, at least I should say, some of them are able to go between what we would take as completely solid in 3D and then move into 4D, where they would be no longer fully visible to us unless you had some perceptive ability developed with your pineal gland functioning to perceive them. He is very real. He is very real. He's come through. He has protected us at times, and also literally sent beings to protect us at times, especially when we were out in New Mexico. So, you know, he came through, or his energy came through, information about, you know, what was Hanuman's purpose? Well, again, it was to protect the Starseed Lightworkers during times where the darkness was growing.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. It's something where it was explained to me that karmically speaking, if he is able to get to you and protect you, he absolutely will, as long as you're in alignment for that. So that seemed to be the key word. What we have to do, it doesn't seem to be that you can just get free protection no matter what you're doing. If you're being a turd, he's not going to be able to reach through to you. We have to make sure our side of the street is clean and we're doing the best we can and living the best life possible. Then absolutely, he's there 100%. And then while we were making the video, I was looking at the footprints and I was thinking, you know, these beings that we call gods, they must have really been having a good time when they came here, you know, making the footprints and saying, ha, we get to watch the humans wonder about this later on. I know that was happening. That is something that they find entertaining, watching us figure these things out. In that age, the earth and her ability to be utilized for manifestation was at its peak. So they had the ability to have the rock that is so extremely hard, have it change form. They could do that. That's why the manifesting these temples made out of pure stone, they had these abilities to create that in this beautiful, beautiful golden age. But on the descent, Hanuman was created because certain beings of the light are trying to lead humanity and the darkness is creeping in, and that's why he was created. So he's literally created to help light workers wherever possible.
Yeah, if you're curious, read the Ramayana. It's a great epic, and it is, it tells the story of Hanuman protecting Rama and Sita, and his devotion to humans and devotion to all those that are trying to be the best person they can be, and service to the light and service to the higher frequencies. So very real, and literally does battle those beings that we call the asuras, and they're no match for him. He has abilities that far exceed the dark side, so he wins time and time again. But he is the expression of absolute dedication, of steadfastness, through everything, even the darkest and toughest of situations. He never wavers, and he keeps moving forward. Just absolute determination and grit and strength. So we can draw his energy and qualities into us by doing these mantras too. And he will send energy to you. So it's twofold. You're tapping into a current of energy that exists that is in service to the light, in service to the source, in service to the true original creator of the natural matrix, and all of us exploring its creation there. But it's also drawing in those qualities into our own energy field when we do the mantras.
Mm-hmm. It patterns our energy field in such a way that it makes it compatible with Hanuman's energy. So that's why we want to do the mantras, and it all comes through our throat chakra. And it's beautiful that we are able to create these patterns around us with our own voice that creates healing and other things to create manifestation. It's all in our voice. Sometimes people ask, does it matter if I do the mantras out loud, or can I do them in my mind? Out loud is very, very important for the body and the brain patterning. That is absolutely best. But if you find yourself in company where you feel you need Hanuman's energy, after you've programmed it into your energy field and into your brain, I think, then you could do it silently, and the body would activate all of the other things that it activates when you do it out loud. So that's what I feel happens, but you want to start with out loud.
I do think that in some ways, when you look to our modern myth of Star Wars, Obi-Wan Kenobi, his energy of, he's not gonna waver, he's not gonna be tempted by the dark side. He's gonna stay in service to the light no matter what. Well, that's kind of the Hanuman energy. Hanuman's at a higher level than that, but similar, where he is, somebody that can't be tempted. His ego is such that it would never ever come to him to elevate himself above others. He just doesn't have it in him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, some people are just programmed to be a certain way, and that's what we have here.
Yeah, absolutely. So there are many different mantras you can do. So what resonates with you? Some are very, very simple. I'll give you guys the links. This one is given as a Hanuman mantra for protection. They are all protective by nature. Om Hum Hanumate Namaha. Or Nama. So again, you'll see little variations like Nama or Namaha. Again, same root word. Om Hum Hanumate Nama. This is invoking, again, protection and strength. All of them will remove that dirt, that residue from you. Now, what Cindy was saying in that you have to be of a certain energy in your energetic field for Hanuman to come to your aid. And it's not that, it's not elitist, it's just simply karmic. Mm-hmm. You have to live you have to walk the walk, so to speak. So if it's somebody that would, say, call on certain forces that will serve light or darkness, because they're all about serving their ego and their self-interest above everything else, then chances are the energy field will not be clear enough to perhaps get his aid. But then again, it depends on the individual. It depends on past lives too. Sometimes we'll take on slightly mm-hmm. different personas because there's a mission involved. So I'll give you a couple other ones. Om Shri Hanumate Nama is another one, and this one is a blessing of success, prosperity, and growth. Very, very, very similar. Om Ramdutaya Nama. This one calls upon strength and courage. And another one that we did a lot in different kirtans was Bolo. Bolo means shout. Hanuman Jaya Jaya. So it's calling on Hanuman. It's saying, shout Hanuman for victory of the light over the darkness, victory of the Starseed Lightworkers, and his calling on his support for our endeavors. May they be successful. So that was Bolo Hanuman Jaya Jaya. And again, anything that resonates with you, because you'll find many mantras very, very similar. Some will be a little bit more complicated, and we tend to try to steer away from those. So somebody that's new to the words, which can be a little intimidating, I want to try to make it and keep it simple for you. Om Shri Hanumate Nama, or you'll hear also Namaha. They're basically the same. Nama is a greeting. It's like showing respect to somebody. When we look to this one, Om Ham Hanumate Rudra. Now Rudra is an aspect of Shiva, storm god. Makaya Hum Fat Swaha. Swaha is kind of like Nama. Again, it's another term that's showing respect. Like when you would greet somebody, and in the old days, maybe you would bow or you would curtsy. Or you could just simply take it as a verbal representation of placing two hands together in what we would call prayer hands and bowing the head. It's just a greeting that shows respect. So you can see a lot of these are very, very simple. There are some that can become a little bit more complicated. But again, it's whatever resonates with you. When you see Shri, that is a reference to Lakshmi. It's the divine feminine, and that's more the divine feminine as a Lakshmi prosperity, abundance aspect. There's other root, bija means root. There's other root words to bring in other energies, like Sarasvati's energies or Parvati's energies, etc. So I just wanted to share some of these with you guys. When you are doing any of the mantras for Hanuman, what can it do? Yes, like Ganesha, it can help remove obstacles, definitely can boost self-confidence. It can also do things like boost your health. I mean, he was abundantly strong, and what Cindy gets is, like she said, he was created, literally created for a duty, and that's to protect, again, beings like us, the Starseed Lightworkers out there.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I mean about, some people are just built to do certain things, and that's what he was built to do, and that's what he thrives on. That's what makes him feel alive, and everyone has a little something like that inside of them, and I think it is a good lesson in life. It's like, what makes you feel alive?
Absolutely. Emotional stability is something that can be challenging at times, and definitely Hanuman mantras can help bring about emotional stability as well. So he was a counterweight to the growing darkness as we went through that descending Yuga phase. And he was given to us to be a blessing and a strength and a place of refuge. I think, again, some people will have a hard time coming out of the Abrahamic tradition resonating with the Hindu viewpoint of things and energies. But these beings, you have to realize too, when we're talking about these beings, many of them, again, we're talking about non-Homo sapiens. They're not human. They're not necessarily from Earth. They are, again, you could view them as extraterrestrial, interdimensional beings that would be, called upon by different societies at different times in different places. By different names, but they recognize these and they know when we're calling to them.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
So I just wanted to give you guys that as we want to counterbalance the darkness that we have also been exposing. And we're going to do some videos talking about the archonic forces, because as the light had created Hanuman to give to us, the dark had created that which we might call the demiurge, And we'll be looking at that in an upcoming video, probably the next one. So as always, guys, much love, much gratitude, source bless, and namaste.
Namaste.